And into week 10. Welcome to the show. Hammer in the building. We got a game going on right now in Berlin. What's going on?
Not much, man. Pretty solid game, actually, from a fantasy standpoint and just watching it in general. Usually these Sunday morning games could be a little bit of a snooze fest, but so far, interesting game. Atlanta up 4 midway through the third.
Oh, let me hit
some good fantasy implications, too, in this game.
Yeah. Alec
Jonathan Taylor off to the good start. Yep. Jonathan Taylor, your boy Drake London doing some good things.
Yep. Let's see what injury stuff do we have?
DeAndre Swift will play.
Yeah.
So that Bears backfield is going to be very interesting to monitor with Monangai and DeAndre Swift. And we know Ben Johnson has a history with DeAndre Swift. So does he virtually split the carries 50-50? And DeAndre Swift has been really good this season. So obviously Monangai coming off the big game. I think he had over 150 rushing yards somewhere in that area last week. So that's going to be very interesting. But I feel like if you have either one of them, you probably have to play both.
Yeah, I mean, he already said like he's gonna play the hot hand, like, so if somebody
that means nothing. We have no idea what that means.
We don't know who that's gonna be. Is that gonna be Swift? Is that gonna be Monangai? So we'll see. It's hard to pick, but yeah, I mean, if you pretty much have to play those guys anyway, with bye weeks and injuries that are happening. So
yep. So that's gonna be interesting. Your boy Tet expected to play.
Yep, Tet is expected to play, so he should be good to go. Philip, what's up, Philip?
What's going on? Pretty much the same story out of San Francisco. Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall out yet again. I feel like it's fucking Groundhog's Day with these two out every single week. So nothing really a surprise there. BTJ over in Jacksonville out. I like me some Parker Washington. I know they're playing a tough Texans defense, but Parker Washington last week was really, really good.
And they did pick up Jacoby too. So
they did get Jacoby. So, but Parker Washington has a good rapport with Trevor Lawrence already. So, if you're looking for a little bit of a flex, I think Parker Washington is a decent look. Ramondre Stevenson and Kayshon Boutte out for New England. So is it Henderson time, Steve? Are you jumping on that wagon yet?
They said they're supposed to give him more opportunities, which he did get some more last week, but then Terrell Jennings gets the fucking goal line. So it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But he should at least give you decent fantasy production at the least. Without anybody else there. So yeah, I'm still playing them if I've got them, unless I've got, obviously some better options, but I am more comfortable obviously playing him now than we were early in the season, at least.
Fair enough. J.K. Dobbins suffered a foot injury in that snooze fest of a Thursday night game. So RJ Harvey gaining some value, possibly.
I mean, he's got to.
Another Groundhog's Day news. Bucky Irvin and Chris Godwin both out. Obviously, we know Mike Evans is still out as well. So if you got Igbuka, obviously you're firing him up regardless. A little Tez Johnson, Rashad White still in the mix for
Rashad White. I mean, it's a solid play every week. I mean,
but he hasn't been good the last 2 weeks. Like, he just hasn't.
I mean, but for the most part, at least he's going to get the opportunities.
No arguments there.
Let's pull him up here because I've got him playing. He wasn't great the last 2 weeks. Detroit and New Orleans. So we'll see what he does this week. But he's giving you at least a decent floor. But in that offense, at least he's got opportunity with not much other options there. Everybody's hurt. So
yeah.
It's Igbuka and White, really. Albert, what up, Albert? Josh, what up, Josh? Trade 26 first for Jacobs, second at the moment. Could an RB and could use an RB for this push. He's in second place at the moment.
That's a late first. I'm not mad at it, but they're just For Jacobs, that's tough because he's not very efficient this season. He is getting you the touchdown upside, obviously, but he's just not overly efficient. But if you do need a running back, he still is going to give you at least low RB1 type production, somewhere in that 10 to 12 range. So yeah, I'm not overly upset with it. And if it's a late first, I'm not mad at it, but I wouldn't have overly high expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it if you need to. But is there anyone else you can get for possibly cheaper than that? Like, can you go buy a Derrick Henry instead? Like, do you have to give up the first? I mean, what else is the situation that you do have going on? Like, who are your running backs currently?
Yeah, that you're in that desperate of a spot. Not desperate, but obviously enough to give up a first. And listen, Josh Jacobs is the workhorse, so he's going to get the lion's share of the carries. And he always has that potential. And I will say this about Jacobs, obviously being a Packers fan, watching him last year and into this year, he does, and even just over his career, he does get better as the season gets later and later, weather gets colder. So I'm a big fan of Jacobs. So I think if you kind of looking for, like I said, that low end RB1 production, I think this isn't a bad move.
I mean, right now, he's what? He's top 5.
I don't think, because he's had a couple of like subpar games.
So yeah, I mean, no, I'm okay with doing it. If you need to do it, yeah, if you need to do it, I'm good with it. It's a late first. If you want to have him, go grab him. Josh said ETN or Manungai for RB2.
We just talked about
Mason
this, and I feel like,
oh god,
yeah, go get Josh Jacobs. We talked about the Bears backfield, and I feel like this is going to be a lot of questions coming in with this Bears backfield today, but I think I'm going to go with ETN. I know they are playing a good defense in the Houston Texans, and the Bears are not playing the greatest defense with the Giants. Now the Giants, I think, could give up some stuff, but ETN is going to get more volume, you would think, than Manungai. So we just don't know what that split's going to look like. But this is a pretty close one. I'll go ETN by a hair.
I think I don't know. I mean, ETN did have 22 carries last week and 5
and his
catches.
receiving volume's been
good to
solid.
See him get more
against Vegas,
more opportunities. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't really been, other than the first 2 games of the season. I might go Manungai just because of the matchup. Now, obviously, I don't expect him to get 26 carries again, but if he can get at least 15 to 20 carries and a couple looks in the pass game, and plus DeAndre Swift is a little bit banged up. I mean, he is back, but at the same time, I'm gonna go with Manungai. I'm going with Manungai by a hair, so it's close, but
it's definitely close.
Josh, that he's leading ETN as well, unless Swift is randomly roomed out. Yeah. Managed to trade Jordan Mason to the owner of an 0-8 team for a second. Oh, that's awesome. All right, cool.
That's beautiful work.
Yeah, I'll take that. Do we think he may fall in the end zone? Yeah, I mean, he could. Well, at least that we hope so.
I mean, listen, what we've seen from Manungai, even 2 out of the last 3 weeks, where he can get some good work in there, obviously. We just don't know what that split's going to be like. But like you said, because of the DeAndre Swift injury, and they may want to be a little bit cautious with him, you're probably looking closer to a 50-50 split than anything.
And he's already got the hot hand coming off of a big game. So hopefully he could roll that into this game. All right, what else we got? Obviously, Jaden Daniels is out. Terry
Interesting
McLaurin
though,
also
with Jaden Daniels. They're not going to put him on IR, which I thought was really interesting. So looks like there was no ligament damage and no surgery. So Jaden Daniels might be back sooner than we think, and it's on the non-throwing, elbow that we talked about. So Jaden Daniels actually might be on the field, hopefully sooner than we think.
And you've got CJ Stroud out.
Kyler Murray goes to IR.
With Kyler Murray going to IR too. Yep. I mean, Jacoby's just been better for the offense.
Yep. It's weird. Did you see the thing on I got the notification and it said Kyler Murray soft benching. Did you see that little note that was in like the parentheses of what his injury was? So it looks like they're done with Kyler Murray. We were talking about Kyler Murray last week. And I'm like,
well, I had thought I saw a report that at first they said they're going with Brissett, like he's been better in the offense, blah, blah, blah. And then like shortly after that, it was like Kyler's going to IR. So yeah, I don't know the full story of it, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, we talked about it on Wednesday. I don't think he's by the time next season starts, I don't think he's going to be on that team anymore. Now there's teams out there that are going to be looking for quarterbacks. So I mean, you would think he would at least get an opportunity somewhere. But where is that going to be? That kind of fits what he does, really.
Yeah, we were talking about it, I think, on the Wednesday show. And there's only like 3 possible spots that you could see right now where he might go. New Orleans, but they're going to have a top draft pick. The Jets are interesting. I don't know if the Jets would want to go that route. And also Kyler Murray's owed like a lot of money. So there's going to be a real interesting situation with the contract and how that all shakes out. I know we talked about Vegas. Geno's been really bad. I don't know how committed they are to Geno Smith. You mentioned Pittsburgh. I don't really see Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin there, but also another interesting thing because you would imagine that Aaron might not be there next year, or he might.
Right. Oh, Jonathan Taylor just got stuffed. Atlanta's playing some good D.
Atlanta's so Jekyll and Hyde. Like, I can't trust Atlanta ever. They play good against good teams and they play bad against bad teams. They almost sound like the Packers in a sense.
AJ Brown's supposed to be coming back this week.
Of course he is. He's going to have...
See what that entails after coming off a big game.
He's going to have 8 catches for 110 against the Packers on Monday night.
I could use some of that. I just can't find a way to trade him in one league. I have him.
He's tough to trade now.
Now I'm still competing, so I'm not like forced. Like I don't have to trade him, but other than getting picks, I haven't been able to really muster together any type of momentum on any kind of trade. Getting rid of AJ. Frank, what up, Frank? How you feel about Brees? Is he going to start making business decisions soon? Doesn't want to get hurt on that bum team. I mean, that's always part of, thinking about like what could happen. Like, do they shut him down? Does he shut himself down, fake an injury? Or does he try and possibly help his cause in a contract year where maybe he does want to just go out there and ball out and say, like, look what I could do on this bum ass team, and then Chiefs go out next year and are like, you know what, let's go sign him.
Yeah, this is a double-edged sword, and Frank brings up a really good point where you could make the argument for both sides of this coin. I do think not knowing Brees Hall, but like just kind of what I hear about him, especially I listen to a lot of New York radio over here. I think he's going to want to go out there and ball. Now, how effective is he really depends on, obviously, the offense, the offensive line, et cetera, et cetera. But we've seen this before. I believe a couple of years ago, this was a Josh Jacobs situation when he was getting ready to get paid, if I remember, maybe 3 years ago, something like that, where he didn't play as much down the stretch because he was going into that contract year on a terrible Raiders team at that point. So this is very, very similar of that.
But to be fair, Josh Jacobs was coming off some massive seasons, or the most massive season he's ever had as well.
True.
So like his resume was already out there. Like, you know,
he had a little more leverage.
Now that could have also hurt a little bit. Like, okay, was that the best he's ever going to be? Can he continue to be that, or is he just washed now that he, you know, that he did that? So, you know, some teams could have looked at it that way too. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, if I can move off of Brees, I'm good with moving off of Brees, you know, in redraft. In Dynasty, I still like the opportunity where his value could rise. But in redraft, I'm good moving off of Brees, you know, just for that. We don't know. And the main thing is it's not up to him either. Like the team could just be like, well, yeah, you know, we just don't want you out there as much. And
yeah,
that's that.
Well, that's not going to benefit them because they're not going to get much for him anyway. Like they're not there's
right,
no.
But it also helps them continue to try and lose almost if they play Brees less. You know what I mean? If they play Brees less, so they could do that shit as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Fannin or Kittle?
Ooh.
Oh, Fannin, I think isn't Fannin hurt?
No, he's playing. He's active.
He's playing, but I'm probably still rolling Kittle.
Yeah, I'm rolling Kittle as well.
And then Brissett or Mariota. Brissett's been fucking killing it.
They are going against Seattle. Seattle's pretty tough defensively. But maybe they get behind a little bit and Brissett has to sling it all over the place. Mariota hasn't been terrible in a couple of his starts that he's, you know, we know he's going to be the starter going in.
Right.
Mariota does give you a little bit on the rushing upside as opposed to Brissett. But I think, man, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to go Brissett here. He's just playing really well consistently. And if they are behind, that's going to be a good game script for Arizona. Give me Brissett here by a hair.
Yeah, I mean, even with though Mariota's rushing, like he hasn't been horrible, but he hasn't been great at all. He's just been like okay. You know, Brissett's been great, really, as a passer. You know,
True.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Brissett as well. And plus, don't got much weapons over there for Mariota either. You know, the running game is not really there. You got Debo, and that's it. Terry's out, so yeah, give me Brissett. We'll roll with Brissett there. All right, injuries are all done with.
I do have a good one here. I am in a single quarterback league, and I either can have Sam Darnold or Jackson Dart. And I had this last week as well, and they both were really good. Sam Darnold obviously had the monster game. Jackson Dart was really good as well. But it's the similar situation I'm in, where it's Sammy D versus Arizona or Jackson Dart versus Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, Dart's been good, scoring fantasy points no matter what. Does have some of the rushing too. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. I think it's got to be Dart.
We said that last week. I ended up playing Sam Darnold, and he outscored Dart.
He did,
but not by much. Not by much, but
look what he had to do though. Too, he had to have some kind of amazing game. No.
Yep.
Where Dart, I don't think it was as amazing, but the points were there.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
All right, Bills, Dolphins.
Still rolling Achane out there. Now we talked about that Dolphins backfield. I mean the Buffalo backfield. Did we get any? James Cook is good to go.
Yeah, James Cook is good to go. There was a little scare early, I think, in the week, but he's good to go. Speaking of Dolphins, Ollie Gordon or Isaiah Davis?
Oof. Well, I think we saw Isaiah Davis because James Cook, you know, got a little banged up in that previous matchup. Ollie Gordon, did you see him on the sideline? Didn't he get into like a big ass shouting match with his with the coach or something like that? I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. Give me Isaiah Davis.
Yeah, I'll go with Isaiah Davis too. He just might get more opportunities. I wouldn't be surprised if Ali goes out and scores another tutty.
It's possible. Isaiah Davis really interesting though. Did get 5 targets in the passing game. So and he had 4 the week before. So he has 9 targets in 2 games. So give you a little bit of at least floor from that standpoint.
For sure. Frank said if Brees gets any points today, it's going to be off the passing game. He has Charbs and Woody on the bench waiting. I mean, with those other options, like I'm playing Brees without
You're playing
doubt.
Brees. Yeah,
right.
For sure. Yeah, we're not going to take a chance with Sharps or Woody when you have Brees, who is the RB1 there.
Nah, definitely not. Ravens Vikings should be a good game. See what JJ McCarthy does. Henry's still rolling, Lamar back. The Ravens are trying to make that comeback. I mean, I think they're still favored to like win the division.
Yeah, because the rest of the division's not that good, really, outside of Pittsburgh. Hold on there.
And then
Ravens Vikings shaping up to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks Patriots, I think, is a really good one.
That one is going to be a good one too. Yeah, I was going to say Browns Jets is kind of like, yeah, no, I don't think anybody's watching that.
No, garbage, garbage.
I mean, Saints Panthers. Panthers just coming along like slowly. I mean, Bryce hasn't been like amazing, but some of the plays that he makes, he's good. I like Bryce. He's not going to be this amazing quarterback, but he's obviously been good enough to kind of lead them to 5-4 here.
Listen, if you would have told me that the Panthers would have 5 wins before Thanksgiving, I would have said sign up for that. So take that, run for the hills. And yeah, really interesting. Rams Niners. How is San Francisco 6-3?
I don't know. It's because Mac Jones is actually pretty good. And we saw that last year with the Jaguars. We saw that even in New England, but it was just abysmal with the, the players he had around him, the coaching, everything was just kind of messed up for him over there. But yeah, I mean, he can play. And now you're like, like, do we really need fucking Brock Purdy?
Well, they do now because they signed him to a boat 200 whatever million. So
right. Yeah. Puka's okay, so Puka's playing. Obviously, there was a little scare last week, but Puka should be back to his normal self here. We talked about the Jags. We talked about the Texans. Now, no Stroud. So, what does that mean for Nico? And then
doesn't mean anything great.
Cardinals Seahawks. We talked briefly.
Who's the quarterback
also.
there?
Where?
Who's the quarterback for Houston?
Fucking Davis Mills.
Oh God, yeah. I want no parts of that.
No. Lions Commanders with no Jaden Daniels. Lions should take that away. And then Steelers Chargers.
That shapes up to be a good one tonight.
That should be a good one. Fucking Jonathan Taylor just rumbling.
Yeah, I'm going against Jonathan Taylor, of course, and he's got a cool 24 for a $128 and a touchdown. Another 3 catches for 42 in the passing game.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'm facing JT anywhere this week.
I mean, I'm facing him. I'm in the OG league. I'm in second. I'm going to make the playoffs there, but that's just not a good feeling. I'm playing the number 1 team. And he's got Jonathan Taylor, of course, and Von Achan and Josh Allen and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I got JT in one league that's like juiced up scoring for the running backs. Like you get points for first downs, carries. He's got a good 40 piece for me right now.
Michael Pittman really let me down in this game. I kind of could have used him, and it seems like Alec Pierce is getting the work, and obviously Jonathan Taylor with his 25 carries.
Caps, what up, Caps? In a bind, start 3. Rashard White, Jennings, Washington, Tez Johnson, Tet, PPR flex. I started Nixon Sutton Thursday night. Of course, curse continues. Yeah. All right, so we got to get 3 here.
I mean, we did talk about Rashard White. He is going to get some good volume. Hasn't been great like we talked about the past 2 weeks, but I think Rashard White is one of the guys you do want to play. Tez is really interesting as well. I don't know how much you want to load up on Bucks offense.
Right.
But Tez is also really interesting, and Ted is pretty good too. I just worry about the Carolina's formula for winning now seems to be Rico Dowdle and Bryce Young. Just stay out of the way.
I mean, yeah, Ted gets his opportunities though. I mean, wide receiver 21 on the season. He's getting targets. I mean, only 6 last week. Didn't come out with a touchdown or anything big, but I mean, he's decent. But you can't really trust. I mean, Malik Washington. I mean, he's got 1 lucky touchdown, and the rest is just all catches. Like the upside is there with Tet, and then there's Jennings, who has just been like okay. Like I mean, I'm good going White, Tez, and Tet.
That's the way I was leaning as well. That's the way I was leaning as well.
If you want to go Jennings instead of one of those guys,
he's got Parker. Okay. He's got Parker Washington.
Is it Parker? Okay, Parker Washington. That's right. I don't know why I was thinking of
Malik.
Okay, so Parker Washington. Yes. All right. So that changed. I mean, I'd rather play Parker.
I agree. Than Tez.
Yeah, I mean, Tez has been good. Or do you play Parker over Tet or Rashard White?
I think I'm still leaning Rashard White just because I want some of that, some at least of the perceived volume.
And Tet does have the hamstring issue, so I mean he is playing, but does that kind of hinder him at all? So, I mean, I think we're definitely in agreement for not playing Jennings. So it'd be White, Washington, and Tez or Tet. So if you're afraid of the injury to Tet, then just play Washington and Tez Johnson. I mean, I don't think you could go wrong either way.
Tez. What a name. Tez.
And then your Packers against the Eagles on Monday night.
That should be a good one as well. Now, what Packers team are we going to is going to show up? I have no idea. Is it going to be the same one that played well against Pittsburgh, or is it going to be the team that stunk up the joint against Carolina? I have no idea. And the most frustrating part about this particular team is they should be beating bad or inferior. I don't want to say bad because obviously Carolina's 5-4, but they should be beating inferior teams. Now the loss of Tucker Kraft is big, obviously, but I think Luke Musgrave is very, very capable of filling in. Not as good of a blocker, but is a really, really good pass catcher. So I think Luke Musgrave is will be somebody that I'm going to keep my eye on, not only from a fantasy standpoint, but obviously following my team. But it's Jekyll and Hyde with Jordan Love. You could get historic, against Pittsburgh performance, or you could get no touchdowns, disappointing versus Carolina. I have no idea what to make of this team.
Tet or Jennings?
Gotta be Tet, no?
Hey, I think I'm still playing Tet even with the injury. I'll still play Tet. And then flex 2, Tracy, Manungai, Debo, and Marks.
Tracy, Manungai, Debo, and Marks. I think I'm playing Debo without Terry. Like Debo, I would imagine is going to be involved. Debo hasn't been good the last couple of weeks, but I still think there's an opportunity for Debo to play well. And then you got Tracy, Monangai, or Marks.
Yeah.
Might be Monangai against that Giants
defense.
Yeah,
I would say Debo and Monangai feel like the safest.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning that route as well.
So let's go that. And then he says, so Monangai, Tracy, Debo, Shakir start 2. And that would be Shakir and Debo or Monangai. Start 2. Monangai, Tracy, Debo, Shakir.
Debo and Shakir.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I will say with the Shakir stuff is this could be a little bit of a blowout. Shakir did have 4 for 45 and a touchdown against Miami in week 3. So if you're leaning on that, that's fine. But yeah, Shakir's got a pretty safe floor, man. He's pretty solid.
On a good offense, yeah.
On a good offense, he's probably going to get you double digits. He's right there in that fringe wide receiver 3 range. I've always been a big fan of Shakir, so yeah.
Caddy, what up, Caddy? Olave versus Carolina or Henderson versus Tampa?
I think I'm leaning Olave here.
Yeah, I mean Olave's been good.
Didn't have a great game against the Rams, but only 4 targets.
Yeah, with a new quarterback. So, I mean, yeah, do we just go? Yeah, it's not Rattler anymore, so I don't know. Do we just go Henderson to play safe?
Travion, 24 carries, over 130 yards in his last 2 games. 6 targets last week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there's no Shaheed though, also, so it's like even less,
competition. Yep.
Competition for targets. I think it's pretty even. I might go Henderson just because I know like he's guaranteed to be getting at least a lot of opportunities. Where Olave, he should be guaranteed a lot of opportunities, but with
it's
the
more
quarterback
dependent.
situation, it's harder to predict that, I guess. I just feel safer with Henderson. Like there's a chance Olave goes out there and does what he does last week and has, a couple catches on 4 targets where, Henderson, at least I know for sure he should get some sort of double-digit carries and a couple catches. So,
yeah, I agree. And I think getting 20 opportunities in the last game was a really, really good sign. So it probably is Henderson, especially with what you mentioned about the quarterback situation over there in New Orleans.
Yep. Cap said thoughts on Aaron Jones this week.
He did look good against Detroit. He did get a little bit, I think he was banged up. And it feels like Aaron Jones is banged up every week. Like it just, there's always something with a 30-year-old running back right now. But he is active and he was pretty efficient against Detroit. 9 for 78 and another 2 catches for 20 yards in the passing game. So that's a pretty solid floor. I think if you're, pressed for running backs, maybe you had a Scadaboo injury, maybe you had, some other type of injury and you have Aaron Jones as your flex, you should be okay. RB2, that would make me a little nervous, but he'll give you decent production. He'll give you a fairly safe floor, and it looks like they're pretty much going with a split there.
Yeah, man, it's been that way since even beginning of the season. But I mean, yeah, Aaron Jones he's good in the passing game. He can get some opportunities. So depending on what your options are, I mean, as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, I agree.
Vidal, Charbs, Slayton, DJ Moore, or Shaheed?
1?
Yeah, I think so.
Vidal's been a little bit of a letdown over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Really two out of the last 3 weeks, not good. Playing against Pittsburgh. Sharbs, you just need a touchdown for Sharbs to give you any value.
Yeah.
Slayton, DJ Moore. I might go with Shaheed if you're looking for a home run. I don't know what your situation is, Philip. I think you have mentioned where your team is. I'm not sure. That might have been somebody else. But
I mean, DJ's been good the last few weeks, but are we ready to just go with Shaheed right off the bat?
I might. I like what Sammy D's doing. Takes a little bit of this. JSN is getting all of the coverage. So can Shaheed shake loose? I know they still have Horton, who was really good as well.
I think Horton's out.
I think you might be right.
I gotta check. Hold on.
Doubtful. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in first.
I mean, I would feel comfortable with Shaheed. I just don't know yet on the brand new offense system. Like, how much is he really going to play? Is it just going to be, only a couple routes they have him running,
and it also,
which is probably all that he needs. But
it also looks like Cooper Kupp is going to play. So
yeah, I mean, DJ Moore he's been pretty decent the last 2 games. I think he's had like 70 plus yards in the last 2 games at least.
Yeah, and he had the rushing touchdown against Cincy.
Like, it's ugly, but it might be DJ Moore. I want to say it's Vidal, but
steady. DJ Moore's been pretty steady. Oh, Jonathan Taylor just had another monster run. Jesus Christ. Daniel, stop doing this to me, please.
Did he? Well, that's probably about to come right now. It's 2nd and 2, and they're inside their own 20. Am I about to watch him bust us off?
Oh, my God. Of course.
Yep. Stuffed at the line and then breaks out. 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh, a tutty straight to the house.
Did he really?
Yes.
Bro, he's going to have like 100 points, dude.
That was like an 80-something yard touchdown.
He's over 200 yards, and I'm gonna lose at 9:30 or at before the 1 o'clock games even start.
Wrap it up, bro.
200 yards. Jonathan Taylor has 45 points in this league. It's absurd. Absurd.
Oh, damn.
Garbage.
Just stuffed at the line and then just, oh boy.
Good job tackling, Atlanta. Good job.
Yeah, that was big. Yep, Caps at 42 points in that.
And I'm toast. Unbelievable.
He said he's playing JT and he started Nixon Sutton. Yep. Yeah, you're like Hammer. Take that 9:30 a.m. L.
That's crazy. And my team is not bad in this league, but
yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Well, listen. Hopefully you've got someone that can do something just like that on your squad.
Yeah. It should have been I had Bijan in that league, and Bijan has 9 points.
Michael, what's up, Michael? Egbuka, Odunze, Garrett Wilson, pick 2.
We're going Egbuka for sure.
Definitely Egbuka. Odunze has been solid and has been solid all season, really, except for that last game.
The donut?
Where he had the donut, but I don't know.
Not necessarily, because we talked, and we mentioned this before. The first month, Odunze was straight up phenomenal. But if you look after the bye, 1 good game against Baltimore, and that was it, really.
Yeah, but then he also had, I think, 1 touchdown called back, and then 1 big play they missed. So he's been other than a couple plays, I mean, things could have been different, obviously, in those 2 games. But the targets are there. The target share is there, obviously, except for last game. But do you feel more comfortable with Garrett Wilson?
That's the thing. And they're playing against the Giants. I'm still going to go Odunze here, but the recent trend hasn't been great. Garrett Wilson coming off the injury.
But then they're going against Cleveland, too, with Justin Fields as a starter.
Yep.
You could get another 4-point week from Garrett Wilson, or it could be a 20. But it's I feel like I would feel more comfortable with Odunze.
I agree.
Even though we had a donut last week. So it's tough. Damn, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I still like Odunze. At least he's got at least theoretically playing on a better offense with the Bears.
Still have Achane, Gibbs, and JSN. I mean, so you just got some opportunities. You just need a big game from all of them. That's all.
I don't have any of those guys.
That
Daniel.
one juiced up league, Jonathan Taylor, 60.95, 60.95 points, bro.
Ridiculous.
Dylan, what up, Dylan? Full PPR. Need a tight end. Loveland or Schultz. Need one running back, Jennings or JCM. I was leaning Schultz, Komet's back, and Jennings.
Yeah, I'm going Schultz. No, obviously, but no CJ Stroud.
Right.
And I said this last week too, where Loveland was really good, but I'm not chasing those Loveland points. Like that was just a freaky, crazy game. I'm not chasing that, but you can make the case, especially with Davis Mills being the quarterback over there in Houston. So that's a really tough one. I'll still go with Schultz just because I think for, a safety blanket type situation, I don't quite trust Loveland yet. I think he's going to be really good. I really thought he was going to have a little bit of not a Sam Laporta season, but I thought he was going to be really good coming out of the gate. He hasn't been one good game, really. Give me Schultz. And then, man, that running back situation is not good.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like the offense better on the Bears, especially without CJ Stroud. And maybe after seeing what Loveland did last week, they're like, hey, we got to get him a little more involved, and maybe he gets some opportunity. So I'm gonna go Loveland by a hair there, but I'm not mad if you just want to go Schultz. And then Jennings or JCM, that's tough. Is it still just Bill?
It has to be at least at this point. I mean Terrell Jennings
had 11 carries last week. Is that something that's going to continue to happen?
Well, if your boy Henderson's getting the bulk of the work, I feel like it has to be like the Patriots are just up by 21 in the second half, or something for him to get a steady diet, especially if Travion is getting 20 attempts or 20 opportunities, I should say.
I think I'm gonna just roll with Bill. I ain't excited about it.
I'm leaning that way as well, even though it doesn't feel good. Yeah, I'm going Schultz and Bill as.
All right. Whoa.
Jonathan Taylor, 83 yards. Oh my God. Runs into the. Oh my. I'm watching the replay because my TV's not facing my setup. That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. It was bad enough he was over 100 and a touchdown. Now he goes over 200 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Damn. Well, shit, we're getting closer here. I gotta double check through all my lineups here in a minute. Throw any questions you guys got in the chat. Let's get those done before we get these other games here underway.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't have any major start sits. It was mainly that Jackson Dart, Sammy D play. I'm going back to the Quentin Johnston well. I don't know why. I think I just don't have any better options. I think I have some buys, so I'm going back to the QJ well. I don't feel great about it. My God,
oh God, I had to play Mooney in one league, in a dynasty. Ugh, that's ugly.
That's not what you want.
Oh, we're good there.
Here's a decent one.
Oh God, I was going against JT in this one league. Fuck.
Well, you're in 75 leagues. You're bound to go against JT in one of them.
I know, but it was a dynasty. I needed this win. It's like we're two of the top teams. He's got JT put up a 57 burger on me.
Would you go Marcus Mariota or Bryce Young? 2-quarterback league.
I mean, what's Bryce been get? What's Bryce's production been?
Trash. He's god awful.
I mean, Mariota does give you the rushing, so
Bryce has had really essentially 2 good games all season. Against Arizona, 30 points, and against Dallas, 25 points. Other than that, you're looking at 16 or fewer. And against Green Bay, he had 3 points, by the way.
You know, when you're just like trying to lose because I'm not competing this year, but Drake London continues to fucking destroy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Tyler Algier in there. He just winds up scoring.
Bangs in a tutty. Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck?
I notice on every league that you're trying to lose, you have Tyler Algier. I've noticed that.
Bro, he's an awesome dude to have on the bench. And now that, I start trading away on my team, or the guy, not my core guy, so that I can, lose and pick up draft picks and get a better draft position.
I noticed that.
Tyler Algier and Drake London are just fucking going off every week. Every time, Algier is just scoring tutties when I don't need it, Hawk Watson, Bam, or Diami Brown.
TJ Hawkinson did catch the touchdown.
He did.
Christian Watson's been okay. Just not enough volume for TJ Hawkinson. Christian Watson's gonna get a deep ball like thrown to him.
Yeah, they target him deep, so he's got like the upside, I guess you can say, is there. Diami Brown is decently interesting too. With injuries, but
I'm gonna go Christian Watson here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Watson too. But Jan Dynasty, the amount of Tyler Algiers and Ty Johnsons or the Jordan Masons, the Trey Bensons, like I just am stacked up with all these backup guys that they just get opportunity at some point.
Oh man.
But yeah. All right. So any last questions you guys got in the chat? Appreciate everybody out there that tuned in. We'll see y'all on Wednesday next week. But yeah, good luck. Good luck for the week. We've got Jonathan Taylor still
rumbling
over here.
That's not a good. That's such a helpless feeling, man.
But yeah, I'm not going against him in any redrafts, luckily. So I think I am saved here.
I would love a Bijan touchdown.
Let's see what they do here. Is that Algier again? That's Algier again. Down to the 1.
Garbage.
Let's see what they do now. Oh my god. He doesn't look like he's coming off the field either. That's it. I gotta trade Algier now. He's fucking doing too good.
He's too good. Algier's just too good.
Oh, he's still out there. He's about to run this bitch in.
Of course he is.
He's about to run it in. Oh gosh.
It's not even
I actually need a passing touchdown here from Penix, so maybe they just do some kind of boot. Why is Bijan not in?
Are they going back to the Arthur Smith garbage?
I don't know.
Is
But
that
on
what we're
second
doing?
and goal in the fourth
At the line.
quarter with under 2 minutes, Algier is in and not Bijan. Did Bijan get hurt? Did I miss something here?
No, he didn't.
There it is. Handoff to Algier. Fucking tutty.
Yep.
Fuck. I needed a passing tutty there. And I continue. Like, I just can't lose. Like,
and now Bijan's on the field for the 2-point conversion. You can't make this up. You cannot make this shit up. And I'm going off, and I'm very upset right now. He's on the field for a 2. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is out of control what they're doing here in Atlanta.
Tracy, Kamara, Bam, or Bill.
And they get the 2 to London. Nasty
Tracy,
word.
Kamara, Bam, or Bill.
Oof. Is it just Kamara? Kamara hasn't been great, obviously, but
Still might be Kamara. I don't know.
I feel like there's not much separation with a lot of these guys.
Drake London was wide open. Jeez.
Oh boy. My computer wants to work. Yeah, Kamara's just been god awful, man.
The whole squad.
Yeah, that there's not a lot that you like there. And Kamara was really good when they had Rattler in there.
Mm-hmm.
And now Kamara's can't even get more than 30 yards rushing. He hasn't got more than 3. Oh, God. Bam wasn't terrible last week.
No.
I might go Bam here. I know Seattle's tough, but I think I'm going to go Bam
just
here.
With the options, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go Bam here. I know DeMercado, got a good chunk of work, but
it should be Tracy, but that wasn't the case last week.
And Tracy was decent last year.
Yeah, I'll go with Bam by a smidge. I mean, but pick your poison. Juan, who from a wide receiver 2, 3, and flex? So we got to pick 3 here. Addison, Debo, Quentin Johnson, Tez, Jacoby, Pop Douglas, Parker Washington. So we need a wide receiver 2 and a wide receiver 3 out of that, and then we can choose a flex. He's got Henderson, DeMercado, Charbonnet, Adams at wide receiver 1, Jonathan Taylor and Jacobs are RB 1 and 2. Okay, cool. So we got some options here. All right, let's pick 2 wide receivers real quick. Addison, Debo, Quentin Johnson, Tez, Jacoby Myers, or Parker Washington. I'm not counting Pop Douglas in this because I don't think he's an option compared to these guys.
I would agree. And these are some really interesting options. Kind of all you could see the upside for a lot of these guys, but you can also see where some of the shortcomings are. I think I'm taking QJ out as well, just because of the inconsistency. I know he did have a relatively decent game with the touchdown last week. I'm going Debo here in one of these spots. You can make a good case for Jordan Addison as well. Oh, man.
I think I would go Parker Washington and Debo or Addison, it feels like.
Yeah, I'm going Debo. I mean, Tez as well, though, with
Tez
that
has been
situation
good,
over
yeah.
there. So, like, they're all, you can make the case for a ton of these guys. And I do like, for Tez, I do love the 15 targets in 2 games. The 15 targets in 2 games. Like, I love that for Tez. But then Parker Washington's been really good. No BTJ. This is a lot to break down in a sense.
I mean, the last 2 games, Parker Washington, 9 targets and 10 targets.
They are facing a much tougher test.
Against Houston, but
all right. So I'm gonna go Debo. I'll go Debo and Parker Washington. It makes me nervous because I think Tez Johnson should be able to get. Oh man. Yeah, give me Debo and Parker Washington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that as well. Debo and Parker Washington. And then we got one flex, which for me is gonna be Henderson. Who you want to throw in the flex?
Yeah, I like
between
Henderson
Addison,
as well.
Tez Johnson, Henderson. Like it's Henderson.
It's between Henderson and Tez Johnson for me, but Henderson seems like he's going to get a good amount of volume. So lean Henderson, but I'll look at Tez if you really like him.
Right. All right. Well, let's get up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Good luck this week.
Man,
hopefully we got some dubs to talk about. Big playoff implications as we are into the playoff push of the season. So good luck to y'all. We'll see y'all Wednesday.